Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
I promise you, this is not a political podcast.
Jump, from the deep into the pool, set up the mood. Paranoi radio, set up the mood. Paranoi radio, set up the mood. Paranoi radio, set up the mood. 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 Set up the mood.
Things happen for a reason. We're about to make deposits into the bank of knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. I am Trebles Garcia, your humble host. I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today, and I want to thank every single one of you for allowing me to enter your space. Guys, welcome back, dude. Season 8 is kicking off. We're doing some real big numbers out here. We're fucking kicking ass. We're doing the rounds, and we're dropping 3 to 4 episodes a month. Week. Yes. Find us on YouTube, guys. We're also on YouTube. Guys, I know I always talked about YouTube, but I have to use it because you guys spend all day watching ads on TikTok, not going to the search bar and searching us on YouTube. So now I have to come to you through YouTube during July. You like the way I did that?
Well, yeah, I still use YouTube. But I get it.
Come on, guys. Check us out at paranoiradio.com. Do not forget to check us out. That is the most important thing that you could do, guys. Word of mouth. Tell your ugly cousins, ugly fine-ass cousins, family members, aunts, everybody. Check us out and drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. That allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Oh, man. Let's jump in front of deep into the pool and set the freaking mood. My next special guest has been here before. I think this is his 4th time coming around.
I think so. Thank you.
Nick.
Always a blast. Always a blast, man. I always love coming.
Nick from the Occult Rejects. What's up, big dog?
Thank you. Nothing much, man. I saw... whatever, we were scheduled to do this later on. I think you had whatever something happened, you had free time. So it's like, let's do it now, man.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mad shout outs to Gangsters, Spiritual Gangsters Podcast, Teresa, Headless Giant. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but I do follow him on X, Twitter. That dude is killing it. He does lives, like phone call lives on Twitter, bro. He's always on, bro. Always kicking ass. So definitely active. Very smart guy. Mad shout outs to the rest of the team at the Occult Rejects.
Thank you.
How are you, bro? Where can people find you?
The Occult Rejects. We're also on YouTube as you are. YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and all major podcasts. And we do have the occultresearchinstitute.org. That is a website if you like reading. Tons of stuff to read. And
I love it.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you for being here again, bro, and doing some time. Well, I noticed you went to the CosmoCon. Correct me if I'm right.
The Cosmic Summit. The Cosmic Summit.
Fucking Cosmic Summit. CosmoCon is some fucking Star Wars shit. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, like comic books or some shit, right?
Yeah. Cosmic Summit, where you spoke with and rubbed elbows with and saw a lot of different folks. Now, guys, I haven't done a Templar episode on the show with historical value, but this might be a good day to get in touch with those roots and hashtag look it up. Check out the Occult Rejects on all social media platforms. Now, Nick.
Yes.
You saw some stuff with some Templars.
Yeah.
Today. They're still around. I didn't even know this.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I actually, tell you the truth, I did not really take them into much consideration, really being active or doing much of anything until I went to the Cosmic Summit. One thing that I may not have gotten into too much on other shows, even my show when I mentioned it, but there was a heavy Freemason. There's a lot of Freemasons there to begin with. I mean, even think Randall Carlson is a Freemason, and he was a speaker there. And the weird thing with him, he actually had like an entourage. Like he had like 2 or 3 cars. Like he had someone driving for him, and he had security. Fucking bizarre. I thought that was weird. But there was
some real enemies.
It was, it was funny. Like I was there until Monday was the last day, and like there was less people there, and I guess everybody started coming out about like what they're involved in. And I just found myself like surrounded by Masons, and I was like, this is fucking, I'm like the only one that part of the club. I felt out of place. But long story short, there was a lot of Masons there. And at one point they did have, they would have booths for people selling stuff. And they had one section, like I was there to film for a guy who had a booth on Mount Pilot. And I was supposed to like record interviews and certain things of the summit. And I even did a private interview with Randall Carlson and him. They had these booths, and there was 4 or 5 ones that were separate from everyone else. I think it might have really literally been due to room, but it was like on a separate wall. And every one of them, I noticed at some point, they were all Templars. The first guy was Scott Walter. Now he has that Unearthed America on I think Destination or fucking one of those channels on TV. And he's open Templar. Then they had Timothy Hogan from the Knights Templar. Then they had Billy Carson. In case people don't know, Billy Carson's with them. He's with the Knights Templar.
Billy Carson.
He might actually come on the show too. He gave me his phone number. He has answered me, but I don't know if I think he's blowing me off. But he did give me his contact info when I was there.
Billy Carson, huh? He's a Templar.
And then they had
Wow.
Swami or some Indian guy that spoke there too. I forgot his fucking name. He was on that wall too, part of the Knights Templar. Now I don't know. This lady could have been lying too, but like I was at the Knights Templar booth, and there was a chick there that was for the Knights Templar booth. There was actually 2 of them, and then like Timothy Hogan, who was like kind of the head of the Knights Templar, or like representing them, had like his booth with his own books, but still representing the Knights Templar. He was busy talking to somebody, and I was asking them, does he go on podcasts, this and that? I'd like to maybe try to get a contact or whatever. And blah blah blah, yes, this and that, and then was like trying to sell me like the Knights Templar College or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I think I said I was already in the OTO, I was already in an organization, I'm not looking to join another one, I'm good on my own. And then like I don't know if she's trying to sell it to me, but then she throws Jay Anderson, the kid from Project Unity that was real big on showing everybody the evidence that was coming from Trevor Garcia of the stuff underneath the pyramids. She's like, oh, well, Jay Anderson's with us too. I'm like, fuck, what? Okay. Like, how many people here are on Templars and Masons? So I just thought that was weird. So, I mean, I'm just saying, she threw him under the bus. I don't know if she was telling the truth or confused or what, but she said he was as well. So what I'm getting at is that eventually you start to find out that there's a fuck ton of Templars and Masons there. Now, I know the thing that I was telling you blew my mind is that this thing was from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it ended Monday. Monday, basically all day, they had one class. I remember they had Ashton Forbes there, the guy with the MH730 or whatever that is with that plane disappearing. He was there with Bob Grenier. They did they split up like a 3-hour lecture together. And when Bob Grenier went, and not knocking him because he is open about being into the occult, he doesn't lie it or he doesn't hide it. He was showing how he thinks that some of the science that they're using does go back to actually occult symbolism. And so like you had a little bit of occult then. Then later on in that day, you had a 3-hour lecture by Randall Carlson just doing the Merkaba. He was like literally showing people gematria and occult symbolism and all that. And then in another room, you got 3 hours of the Knights Templar speaking. You had Scott Walter doing an hour and a half of like history, and then you had Timothy Hogan doing like an hour and a half of Gnosticism or vice versa, or whatever, the backwards. So like I started noticing, I was like, this is interesting. This whole last day is like all kind of occult. A little interesting, but
they saved the best for last. They dropped their sets. The best DJs come out to play the last day of the festival.
I was like, now you know what this was all really about, right?
Yeah.
And so now I did go to the Knights Templar one, of course. I was more interested in that than going to see about the Merkaba and Randall Carlson. I'll just be totally honest with you. I think, and to be just totally honest with you, the amount of like idol worship that I've heard, Randall Carlson. I was like, fuck, I don't even want to hear this guy talk or hear his name again. Like everybody was just like cockmatized by this dude because he was just on Joe Rogan. I was like, big
cockmatized
deal. Yo, I've never seen guys where like, it was like Trump fucking derangement syndrome. No offense or anything. Like, people are like obsessed with the fucking dude. And I'm like, he takes shits just like me and you do. I'm sure it probably takes him longer to put on his fucking pants in the morning than us. It's just like, why are people like sweating this guy? So I really didn't. I was just like, I don't want to hear him anymore. I'm tired of fucking hearing about the guy. Blah blah blah. So I went to the Knights Templar thing, and I'm glad I did because I even I had a press pass, so I was able to record anything. So I recorded stuff too when they were doing it, and they started coming out and saying some crazy shit that I was just like, yo. they being like serious about this, or is this like they made the claim that I think one of Scott Walter's last books that he put out is about them deciphering.
As you're telling me all these names, I'm freaking looking them up so I can have a face. Yeah.
He the guy on TV. He basically, I think his last book, and he's even done some stuff about deciphering some tablet. I forgot the name of it. Supposedly this tablet has brought them to some place in like Montana and somewhere else. That's supposedly like it's kind of like a treasure map. And they're saying, and they're also saying that they're going to get the same team that scanned the pyramids to start scanning the ground where they think these things are at. But they're saying by 2026, and they said, when we have this, we're telling the world, we're going, whatever, we're announcing this to everybody. They say that they have one of 6 arcs of the covenant. And they're saying that these things are actually free energy devices. That's what they're saying that it is, basically. And that they found the bones of Jesus, Mary Magdalene, and kids, or a kid.
Shut the front door.
No, I swear to God, they said that they said out of Scott Walter's mouth, he said this shit's coming regardless if people are ready or not for it. Legit, almost word for word out of his mouth. He said something just like that.
The amount of impact that would have on a global scale, it would collapse. Exactly what you were saying before we started recording. It would collapse people's beliefs, cultural beliefs, religions.
Yeah. I mean, that's what, like, I was saying to you earlier that me and Teresa one time, we covered the St. Gallen Mafia, and they were kind of like, there was bishops or cardinals or whoever being kind of like put in there that were now bringing other people up that were all part of like Freemasonry or part of the club, and they were basically trying to like, install leftist ideology into the church. And we were trying to show how they've been trying to do that for a while. And I can't remember the name. If people, this isn't a way to get people to go listen.
It sounds like it sounds like they were successful to a degree.
So that there's this letter about how one Mason talking to another one, I think, talking about how they're going to infiltrate the Catholic Church and whatever, blah blah blah. And when we covered it, the way they described it to me, we're like, oh, probably aliens, because they said that they're going to do something that will end up crushing all religions and getting rid of religions, but then showing something to the people that would get agnostics and atheists to believe in something. So I was like, oh, UFO, a fucking alien landing on the White House lawn, that will definitely do it. But then a couple of days ago, I don't know what it was, I'm like hitting my vape, I'm a little stoned, and something reminded me about the Knights Templar thing, and I'm like, yo, that would do that also. Because if they found the Ark and then they found these bones, they're going to rewrite Catholicism and Christianity.
Catholicism drops down here, and agnostics go up here, right in the middle.
Yeah, because then you're going to be like, oh, shit, this shit is real. But they may even look at it as a science thing, but still, they're going to start acknowledging. So, and I was just like, yo.
They'll take it as Jesus was literal, regardless if he was a Messiah or not.
Yeah, it was weird when I started thinking about that. I was like, that could accomplish that. I was like, fuck.
Sounds like World War. A New World Order. Sounds like the whole.
They kind of almost tossed that term around, actually.
That's wicked, bro. And then the rise of AI. Yeah. See what I'm saying? See where it's going, right? Oh shit! It'll be back. It'll be dope as fuck. By the end of 2026, we go back to this episode, and we're like, what the?
Yeah, they do come out and say that shit in 2026. Oof. I'm trying to get the guy on my show to talk about it, but no, he followed me on Twitter, but won't answer my DMs now.
People are busy, bro, and let's give them the benefit of the doubt. I know how that feels. That happened to me today, and hey, man, look, bro.
Oh, I think a lot of them also, unless your show's gigantic, they don't give a shit. I'm just
that's where I was heading before.
I was gonna good because I had something else I wanted to throw in there. So say what you got, and then I'll add some more.
Yeah, people won't fuck. That's why I put on my fucking on my status on my Instagram. I use Instagram. I'm an Instagram guy, and I put, dude, if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. You don't have to dance around times, or don't do that, bro. Just tell me, hey, bro, yeah, I don't fuck with you, bro. Oh, cool, awesome. Are you on your way? I'm on my way. Fuck it, I continue working. I got fucking content in the bank. You got content in the bank. Hey, it's a big ass pie. We could all get a fucking slice. What the fuck? So yeah, you don't fuck with me, but you don't have to dance around and shit. That's how I would take it. Right? If I want to get emotional about it. But yeah, man, it's kind of like, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's like I had Ashton Forbes. First off, I spoke to him numerous times at the fucking summit, I mean, he was one of the people that was actually very much hanging out with everybody from the summit. Like I spoke to him about coming on the podcast. The guy actually even followed me on fucking Twitter. He was retweeting a few things of mine. I mean, oh yeah, I'll come on. And then it's like, guys bitching about how Joe Rogan said no. And then he's bitching that Danny Jones fucking did something and his friend Bob Greener's show with Danny Jones got fucking erased and never put out. And I'm like, I literally said, you're bitching about these podcasts, but like I've asked you on mine how many times and you won't fucking answer me now? Because my show's not big enough. You checked it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You're bitching about how people, guys literally bitching how like podcasts won't have him on or they won't release his shit. And I'm like, but yet I'm asking you and you're fucking blowing me off. Stop.
You know what's funny?
Stop
If
it.
he would have
You gotta
been
make
on
it up
your
to-
show and giving you the show, you would have dropped that. You would have been the first one
dropped that
on
shit the
that
next
fucking
fucking day.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny.
And the
It's
whole
like
thing
that water
we all
story.
would have been pointing at the shit that his buddy is doing on the, the other half of the lecture, showing how there's a cult fucking technology behind this. Whatever, it is what it is. I was just saying, it's funny how.
No, I hear you. I hear you, bro. There's a
that's
lot of
another thing
gatekeepers in the movement too.
This is another thing I wanted to mention too that I had noticed. Again, I was basically told from somebody that Freemasons pretty much and Templars paid for that Cosmic Summit. Now I know the guy that was in charge of it. I don't know if he's a Mason or not. I didn't ask him. His name George. I don't know, like, maybe he got funding from them. Who knows? But, I was told that had something to do with it. And then, what I found interesting is that I don't know if you follow Danny Jones. I don't care for the guy. He's getting like tons of all the speakers that were at Cosmic Summit are all going on to his show now. And I'm like, is that because he's part of the club? And he's there to promote the motherfuckers. You know what I'm going. I'm going with that. It's interesting how certain ones that I know are part of the club are all going on to Danny Jones's now. It's just like, do we not have a choice? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if the Masons have the money and they want to put out an influence and they got motherfuckers behind the mic, do we even got a shot?
So there's two things that stuck out right before you started talking. And I like the fact that the conversation is not strictly only conspiracy theories, even though this is also a conspiracy theory, what I'm about to say. So I spoke with, I don't know if I mentioned his name. He's a good friend of mine. He's a decent human being. I don't know this dude as an evil doer. I don't mention his name because, he gave me an episode and he himself is a Freemason. He mentioned to me how Freemasonry really does it, like where the racism comes in from and where the fake chapters and fake lodges and all that good stuff. And we spoke, and he told me that originally they keep it to a race minimum of one race. So like they don't really like having, especially the older lodges, they don't like having different color tone skins people in there, like myself.
Yeah, it was until the 70s that some of their inner orders were told you have to still let black people in. Keep it real.
To keep it real, right? So then I was like, damn, that freaking sucks. Not that I want to be a Freemason, I'm just saying. And then later on I find out that Freemasons run most of the conspiracy fucking podcast game too. So I'm like, wait. So I don't even have a shot to make it to the top then. I would have to be a controlled puppet. Fuck, man. Not that everybody's a controlled puppet. What happened?
And that, I'm not going to point fingers to say names, but like legit, I'm being fucking serious. People may not want to hear it out of my mouth. The Freemasons and NASA have a hand in conspiracy podcasting. People could go look at people's LinkedIn and actually Google every little thing that's on there as their experience, and you will see NASA attached to it, and maybe even the CIA. People don't realize what the
they've
fuck
hijacked. They've Black Panthered us.
People do not realize, and it's the
Weatherman does.
Stupidest shit they peddle. It's fairy tales and sci-fi to keep us dumb. It has nothing to do with magic or science.
And then to add to that, you mentioned that Billy Carson, that dude's black. I didn't even know. So, right?
The Templars will even let in women too. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is
I
different.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. The lady at the table was one. That's why I was like, oh wait, what? And then I think I had even asked. I said, oh, it's they take women on because I thought it was strictly Freemasons. I don't know if this guy Timothy Hogan has his own thing going on outside, but whatever. But they did mention it even at the lecture, I guess, trying to sell it. They were even at the lecture, when they were plugging the Templars, where they're like, not most organizations will take women. We do. And they said, we think it's very important to get a woman's perspective, blah, blah, blah.
The people now, I'm gonna bring it down to a scale, and this is funny. I'm bashing on it. I actually like these guys. Nephilim Death Squad did the Bohemian Grove thing, right? And everybody in the podcasting game, upcomers, people that rub elbows, they were there. And I was like, I could have gone, and I'm thinking, now I see everybody working with each other. Exactly like you did. I'm not bashing.
Did you notice my comment in the chat yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yeah. I was just wondering if this is why you brought this up, because I was making a comment about Bohemian Grove, actually.
No, I didn't see it. I missed out on the comment, because I just brief through them sometimes when I'm like, we're busy. But yeah, so I'm not bashing on freaking Top Lobster and Raven. Those guys are fucking amazing, and they're walking the dream. Hey man, fucking power to you. I'm about to have a mom again in a couple of weeks. It's not that I'm bashing on that. I'm saying like, okay, so there's a group now, and it's evolving and it's moving fast. And if I don't get into the freaking group, forget about gatekeeping. I'm not even going to be part of getting that slice of pizza, that slice of the pie, right?
You'd be surprised how many shows are used for gatekeeping, man.
Damn. What do you mean?
There's a few of them out there that you could tell, but just, they get promoted by somebody, and oh man, I don't want to go into this too much, but if people were to pay attention, man, it's quite obvious what the fuck's going on, man. People all of a sudden come out of nowhere and get boosted up, and all of a sudden they're given positions and things to do. Where the fuck did that come from? How are people showing up in studios? Where the fuck is your money coming from that? I don't know if you're monetized. I just did. I'm telling you right now, that shit ain't fucking paying for me to go in the studio. You got to make $100 an episode to cover that.
I bought myself a $400 camera that I don't even know how to use.
I will
after
even
6 years.
I will even put it this way. If you have supposed Christians oiling themselves up because somebody's giving them a fucking attention, I will tell you right now, MK Ultra is alive and well.
Whoa.
People don't want to wake the fuck up to what's going on out there.
You're saying people are using...
You have fucking homo thugs oiling themselves up because someone's giving them attention and a platform. That is the shit motherfuckers are willing to do today because someone is giving... It's fucking sick, dude. The whole
Explain this to me.
There's a big part of the podcasting community that is severely focused on sexual gay shit. They are being fucking played. The joke is on them.
Even in the conspiracy world?
Yes. Yes. Constant gay fucking jokes. There's something people don't realize what the fuck is going on out there, man. They are being pimped the fuck out and look like idiots. The joke is on them.
For a moment of fame. For a moment of fame.
Oh, it is fucking, listen, I fuck with certain people from that side. I'm cool with them. But like, I was at the Cosmic Summit and people were sending me shit that was supposedly going on there. And I literally made a tweet. It is quite obvious to see who the intellectuals are and who the degenerates are now this weekend in fucking podcasting.
What was going on that weekend?
I'm actually meeting the person that fucking dated the Sphinx. I'm meeting the Italian doctors that actually saw the shit underneath the pyramid. I'm meeting people that are actual scientists and went to school and have out papers. And you got motherfuckers oiling themselves up making gay jokes because someone gave them a fucking platform. What the fuck is going on? What are you learning from that? You are learning nothing but degeneracy. You're going backwards. You're not getting close to God at all. Satan is fucking laughing at you all.
God, that stung. You know what, man? That's true. That's true.
They're going backwards because they think it's fucking funny and they have friends now. It's fucking,
they forget the
because
research.
of money. Because of money. Someone with a big enough platform puts you on. What the fuck you think happens to your monetization? It's all about fucking money, man. That's all it is. Yo, I can say the more crazier shit, but I'll tell you after the show. But like, it's
word.
People are being disillusioned by numbers. I can easily fucking prove it, and I won't. Because it will start World War III, but I have fucking proof there is fake fucking numbers going on.
Oh, 1000%. Oh, somebody again. I'm not gonna mention
go
the
look
person.
at some of these people's listen note scores, my man. Why the fuck is 59% of their fucking listens coming from Great Britain? Because they're fucking bots. How are you an American podcast getting 59% in another fucking country? Because you're fucking fake, and your boss probably paid for your fucking bots and your fake fucking Twitter fans, man.
1000%. 1000%. It's taking me. I'm on my fucking 5th year. And I can't get past 1,200 fucking listens an episode to 1,500. The best one was 4,000, and I had to have Dr.
Because they see fake numbers and get disillusioned and upset and stop. That is fucking sick.
Yeah. You know, this is why the normal podcaster, the broke podcaster, and I'm talking about myself here. I'm not speaking for anybody else but Trebles, Garcia, and Paranoi. Guys, the only reason why I haven't stopped is because the show literally keeps me off from using meth and the best version of myself. That's the only reason why I fucking podcast. I don't podcast for money. God knows I bought me a $400 camera and it took me 5 years to fucking buy it off of the money that I'm getting off of Spreaker. I'm not making dough, bro.
Right? That's what I'm saying,
it takes
man. Like
all that money that I get, it goes back into fucking Zoom, Opus clips to do my stupid clips that I still don't know how to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's out of fucking budget. I have to go to work 8 hours a day. I'm a full-time father, and I do it just to stay sane. And I still haven't able to been blown up. It's fucking hard.
On my podcast, just from Spreaker, StreamYard, and my website. And I fucking
whatever you make goes back in. Well, at least on my side. Yeah.
Yeah, I made a couple extra bucks, so I send some people fucking t-shirts and mugs to say thank you for being on the show. Which
that's what I do.
Sucker out there would ever do, to be totally honest.
Yes, you hit
send free shit to their fucking people on their show. No, they charge them for it. Oh, here, buy my stupid fucking comic. Damn. That's what you'll get. You don't get nothing for free.
That's
I actually appreciate the motherfuckers that work for me, so I give them shit. Or work with me.
Yeah, I do stickers and I do military patches and I do a bunch of other things and I give them out for free. You know what I do? I write a written sentiment, type it up, print it out, mail it to them because I have nothing else to give you, bro, but a written sentiment and maybe a bracelet that I made with my daughter at night, like fucking trying to do something for you. Like, because that's, hey, man, that's the only way. And most of the collaborators that have worked with me. And I didn't know it was that hard. It's kind of demoralizing now. It's kind of like if I go right now and I post something, check this out. If I post something on Instagram about the government, 100 likes, which is average on a good day for me, average day. I put something about the show, 24 likes. People, I don't know what it is. I can't get the voice. I can't get the face out there. Maybe it's my marketing strategy. I don't know, bro. But after freaking 5 years, it's becoming an emotional wreck. So then I'm like, okay, what is it that these people are doing? And mind you, I'm not mentioning names because half of the people that I fucked with and they fucked with me back on the show are decent human beings. But I see some people that I'm like, how the fuck did you make it? Because you said the word nigga 1,000 times on an episode?
Yo, that's another thing I don't get. Listen, people may think I'm fucking soft or a pussy. Racism is getting out of fucking control on so many angles in the conspiracy community. It's fucking ridiculous. All we're doing is learning to hate people if you want to listen to certain shows. That's the only thing you're learning is hate and fear. Hate Jews, hate black people, hate this, hate that.
There's no more research. There's no more research.
Oh, dude.
No more testimonies. Yeah.
That's why, like, when I even started up the show with, like, the long-form stuff, that's because that's what I was used to back fucking 15 years ago when I started this journey. It used to be like that. Yeah, I mean, fucking, you know, he is who he is, Jordan Maxwell or Passio. I give fucking 5 to 8 hour videos, man. Fucking lectures and shit. That's what I was used to. A meme isn't going to do anything.
And if it's not ass shaking, sex because it sells, food because it moves, right? It won't move, bro. And it's
devices.
It's kind of fucked up.
Unfortunately,
devices
are winning over the virtues.
I decided to do the impossible. I decided to do 3 episodes to 4 episodes a week. dropping and publishing
Yeah, I do that
and
too.
recording. I took the entire month of June, sent my family out of the country, and I recorded every single day for 30 days, back to back to back, to have content enough to be able to push 2 to 3 or 4 episodes a week nonstop for the next year. And still recording right now. There's a backlog, thank God. And
Oh
if
yeah,
that
yeah. I got like
doesn't
almost
make
2 months in backlog.
if that doesn't help me get pushed out and get some acknowledgement from these motherfuckers gatekeeping, I don't know what else to do, dog. That's work hard, work ethic, and consistency. It's all I got left. I don't have no gimmick.
Yo,
I
you know
don't
what's-
have
You know, it sucks. I was just thinking, because you were talking about like, how many shows you're pumping out. I know somebody else who's like pumps out mad shows. And it just made me think too. I was just like, yo, like even people who are bitching about the gatekeeping a year or two and specifying names are all joining the ship.
What do you mean?
Well, people who had certain issues and understood, like saw what was going on in the conspiracy community are now sucking the dick of the dude that they're talking shit about. It's like, how the fuck does this happen? I'm sure you understand what I'm getting at too. You just see certain people
they'll sell out.
and you're like, what the fuck? And it's always, somebody who's worried about money when they're spending 3 minutes in the beginning of their show fucking running tons of sponsors off. Well, I guess this was what it's all about. It's just about the money, and that person's going to make you more money. So now you sold your morals and values and you're cooking for them. Fucking wild, dude.
It's exhausting.
Yo, I'll tell you, yo, for real, why do you think I have my crew? And if anything, we could cover topics on our own. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. It's like, where was that fucking shit with the Black Panther? They had that little domed fucking area of their own. We got our own little condo, whatever that shit was called. We got our own little thing. I wouldn't have to actually deal with any outside fucking people, and we could just function with all of us and covering topics, and it would be fucking amazing. That's one of the reasons I've even constructed the show the way it is because it's so fucked up out there. I'd rather just fucking stay solo and have my own little thing.
Part of the club. That's gonna be the name of the show.
Yeah, because I ain't being part of the fucking club, man. No, I'm gonna get told what I can talk about, and I'd probably have to sell degeneracy, and I'm not doing that. Just not.
It's wild, dog. It's wild. Hey, man. I want to thank you again for stopping by, bro.
Oh no, of course.
It was a very emotional episode. We started with the Templars and we got into like, you know what? You could tell I'm gonna tell you something. You can tell the people that are truly passionate about this because of the way we do it. And at least in the Pod Alliance, in that group chat, it's only for uprising, like not uprising, uplifting. And I try to tell the guys, it's not my group. By all means, it's not my group. But I try to tell the guys, hey guys, I'm recording tonight. There's another episode dropping tonight. Hey guys, what are you guys doing? Hey, wake the fuck up and grind because there's no easy access. There's no way for us to do this.
I see you do that. I don't know if you're talking about the same chat, but I've seen you do that in the chat that I'm in with you.
Yeah, that one, the Pod Alliance. I tell them straight up, like, hey guys, you have 30 days to fucking catch up, and you guys haven't dropped shit. Fuck that. I'm going back in and I'm fucking recording again. So it's kind of like, like not that I'm leading the pack. I don't feel big of that, but I feel like if I motivate these motherfuckers to have like a brotherhood to uplift each other, we can maybe bypass. We can maybe, like you just said.
I'm telling you right now, it's all up to us. Nobody's gonna help us.
No,
you're fucking right, man. We have to do it on our own. We have to push our shit and just,
grind.
No, you're right. We have to come together and start working together. The people that want to do this shit right, we got to get over the stupid little fucking things that we may bicker about and just remain open-minded and work together. That's it.
Yeah. Word. Let them know where they can find you. One more time.
If we bring the truth, it will always prevail. The Occult Rejects, BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, as you call it.
That was good.
And all major podcast hosts, and we do have the Occult Research Institute.org that has a bunch of people from the Occult Rejects and friends of the podcast. Tons of stuff to read. There is some video, but a lot of stuff you're into reading. There's fucking weeks probably worth of shit to read on that. So check it out. And again, Trebles, I always love chatting it up with you, man. It's always I can keep it real whenever I come on your show, and I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate that too, bro. You know what? We do this no strings attached. We've had great conversations on different shows, from small to big, from different creeds and all of that. I'm here for the love of the art. I'm not here because I want to be a part of that group or that group. I am Trebles Garcia from Paranoi Radio. I don't think I belong in a fucking group, guys. I do this shit for the sheer passion. I remember this shit, bro. I remember that I started recording in my little 2015 Mitsubishi Mirage, 3-liter cylinder car with no AC, with a fucking iPhone 12 Pro Max and a fucking headset for the first 100 episodes of my show. Why?
Yeah.
Because I fucking loved it, not because I wanted to be rich. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because I fucking love it, dog.
I think about it. There's times when people are like, yo, do you ever go back and think about like how you were sitting in your kitchen speaking into a recording? Like I was originally first started with like speaking into like a handheld thing. And then I was like putting the card in the computer. I did not know what the fuck I was doing. You know, I did that for like my first 5 or 6 episodes. And then eventually I'm there with like a $25 USB mic, no camera. And I was doing it for a while like that just because I love doing it.
Because you love doing it. I hear you, dog. I hear you. Mad love and respect. Nick, thank you so much for stopping by, guys. Mad shout out to the Cult Rejects and the entire crew. If you guys enjoyed the show, make sure you check us out on YouTube in July. Drop a 5-star review and up a podcast on Spotify. That allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe on freaking YouTube. Guys, if you guys are watching, like, share, and subscribe. One more time. Like, share, and subscribe. I don't know how to tell you this, guys. I'm tired. Let's go, guys. Have a good one, bro.
Later.